Okay, today I'll be showing you how to properly water seal your pinpointer using Dip. A lot of guys use silicone and all that stuff around there, and it works, but if you ask me, it just looks like shit. And well, I like my stuff nice, and Dip gives you some grip to use and whatnot, and it seals and shrink wraps itself right around here. So what you're going to need: take your battery out, take an O-ring, any kind, elastic band, and squeeze it around the threads here just so it gets on top of the cap, like so. And what that's going to do is create a spacer for us, just so the Dip doesn't seal the cap where you put the battery in and, well, render it a pain in the ass or useless. So, wipe it all off, make it clean, open up your Dip. You can get this at your hardware stores or your Canadian Tire. We get ripped off here in Canada for it. It's about 20 bucks a can. Basically, all you're going to do is dip this in there. Not over the light though. There's a little light right there. That we will silicone just so we can see if the light's on or not. But the rest will be dipped right up to there. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is hang it here and let it dry overnight. So first I'll put this on. Just get some tape, just so it doesn't slide off. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but this part's not that important. You just want to make sure the Dip gets everywhere. Like I said, I'm low right now, so I'll probably have to dunk it and then smear it around with something, but let's go. Here we go. And now you're going to get this nasty glob. Now, as you can see, I didn't have enough, so I'm going to take the excess here and make sure it goes over the power button, because that's probably the most important spot where the water is going to go in. So make sure to cake it on there good. And what this stuff does is, as it dries, it shrinks, almost like shrink tubing, and creates a watertight seal right around your object. It looks like hell now, but after, it'll be nice, don't worry. Just smear it around, make sure it gets there and everywhere. My hand's probably in the way, so you probably can't see. Now, you don't need a thick coating, so I'm going to take off a lot of this excess, or try to, just so it looks a little better. And this stuff is very thick, so it's not going to like run into the speaker and damage it or anything like that. It's going to be just fine. It's very peanut butter-like. And again, this stuff I got's a little older. Probably would have been smarter to do this with the fresh can, but well, whatever. And the stuff remains flexible, so you'll still be able to turn it on and off, no problem. Again, I'm just trying to make this look good. That's the whole idea. And again, the light we will do after. I like to leave the light clear because a lot of times I actually forget it on. That's the only way I know. Okay, so as you can see, it's totally coated in the Dip all around, and the light is still exposed. Okay, now I'm just going to hang it here to dry overnight. And then tomorrow, let's get this here. Tomorrow we will finish it up. Okay, it's the next day. It's all dried up. As you can see, again, this was old Plastidip, so it didn't go as smooth as it would if you buy a new can. If you have a new can, it's a little bit more runny. You won't get these little lines of me spreading it. But you can see here where it shrinks right into the speaker area, right around the button very nicely, and creates, I won't focus here, there we go. It creates a watertight seal around there. Now what I did was I cut where that O-ring was to separate the Plastidip from the O-ring, so we can now twist the cap off. Okay. And this was more of a trial and error thing. Since I now have an O-ring here, I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of built into the Plastidip now to seal out water. It creates the cap to be a little further away from the housing. Therefore, the battery wasn't making full contact and would turn on at first. So all I did was, no big deal, I just put a little sponge type pad in there to give a little extra spacing. And what else I did is you grease this O-ring here, just put a little grease there, and that helps keep the water out. So tighten it up, and as you can see, it doesn't affect the speaker at all. You can hear just fine. Okay, and your light's there. So what we're going to do now is waterproof this light. So what you got to get yourself, okay, silicone. Make sure, where is it, 100%. Don't buy acrylic or all that other crap. For whatever project you use, always get 100% silicone, way better. Doesn't crumble, doesn't crack, and will last a long time. So all we need to do is squeeze a nice blob right here, right over this light. Okay, and this stuff is clear, just like so. And what I like to do, it's kind of gross I guess, but I lick my finger and I could spread the silicone around nice to make a nice seal, and it just looks better. So okay, we're going to get this everywhere around there. Let me grab some paper towel here, wipe my finger off. Just like so. And then you just clean it up. Very easy. And you don't need a huge ball on there or anything like that. That's not necessary. Just makes it look crappy. All you need is a nice, smooth seal all the way around it. And what's great about Plastidip as well is, you know what, if you don't like the way it looks, or for whatever reason, you can pick at it and peel it off. It's not the easiest thing to do in the world, but it's nothing so permanent that, you know, if you don't like it, it's wrecked. So, as you can see, I went all around the light there. Of course, this camera's never going to focus, and it's basically that simple. So now we leave this to dry till tomorrow. If you want, I'll dunk it in the water for you.